idol at kabayan, ito ang mga balitang inyong inaabangan. 3 Russian warship bumisita sa Pilipinas, isang guided missile cruiser, isang destroyer at isang large sea tanker na kabahagi ng Russian Pacific Fleet. Alam niyo ba na nakaplano at nakatakda ng magkaroon ng mga pagsasanay ang Philippine Navy at Russian Navy ngayong taon? Pero dahil sa patuloy na COVID-19, hindi ito natuloy. Pero bakit nandito sa bansa ang 3 sasakyang pandigma ng Russia? Ano ang pakay nila? At mukhang hindi ata ito nasagap ng mainstream media. Bakit kaya? Russian company posibleng sumali sa oil and gas exploration sa Pilipinas. Pwede? Ayon sa kinatawan ng Russian Federation, nais mag-invest ng Russian company sa Pilipinas, lalong-lalo na patungkol sa mapagkukunan ng enerhiya at muling iminungkahi ang nuclear. Pilipinas, may pera pa! Lumabas na ang SARO o Special Allotment Release Order para sa pagsasaayos ng Pag-Asa Island o yung tinatawag nilang Basing Support System na proyekto ng Philippine Air Force. Siguradong tuloy na ang pagsasaayos ng runway at iba pang mga pasilidad upang makalapag ang iba pang mga eroplano ng Philippine Air Force sa naturang lugar. Yan ang ating tatalakayin sa vlog episode na ito, dito lang sa Good News Philippines. I-like ang video, mag-subscribe, mabilis lang ito. Promise! Mga idol at kabayan, mukhang hindi ata nasagap ito ng mainstream media sa paggunita ng ika-45th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic relation sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at Russia. Nagpasalamat at kinilala ng Department of Foreign Affairs sa pamamagitan ni Foreign Affairs Acting Undersecretary for Bilateral and ASEAN Affairs Elizabeth Buensuceso ang kamakailan lang na pagbisita o isang tinatawag na, and I quote, the call on the Port of Manila, unquote, noong ika-22 hanggang ika-25 ng Mayo 2021 na ang 3 barkong pandigma ng Russia ay nasa katubigan ng Pilipinas. Ang Varyag, isang guided missile cruiser, Marshal Shaposhnikov, isang destroyer ng Russian Navy na nakomisyon noong 1985 at ito ay nag-ooperate sa Russian Pacific Fleet, at ang Boris Butuma, isang large sea tanker na nasa katubigan sila ng Pilipinas bilang parte ng ika-45 anibersaryo ng dalawang bansa. Kinumpirma din ito ng Ministry of Defense ng Russian Federation. Ayon sa artikulo, the large sea tanker of the Pacific Fleet, Boris Butuma, has completed a call in Manila. The larger sea tanker of the Pacific Fleet, Boris Butuma, performing the task of a long-distance cruise as part of a detachment of ships of the Pacific Fleet in the Asia-Pacific region, completed a business call at the Philippine Port of Manila, where she arrived on 22 of May 2021. During the stay in the port, the tanker replenished its water and fuel reserves. The support vessel continued to perform the task in accordance with the plan of the campaign. Dahil sa nararanasan nating pandemya, hindi makapagkandak ng magkasanib na pagsasanay ang dalawang bansa, na kung saan ayon kay Foreign Affairs Acting Undersecretary for Bilateral and ASEAN Affairs Elizabeth Buensuceso ay nakaplano sana bilang parte ng ika-45th na anibersaryo. Mga idol at kabayan, isa na naman sanang magandang pagkakataon na masusubukan ng Philippine Navy ang mga military hardware ng Russia ngayong taon. Ito ang aktual na video ni Foreign Affairs Acting Undersecretary for Bilateral and ASEAN Affairs Elizabeth Buensuceso.
We acknowledge only recently the call on the Port of Manila from 22-25 May 2021 of 3 Russian warships, namely the Varyag, a guided missile cruiser, the Marshal Shaposhnikov, a large anti-submarine ship, and a Boris Butuma, a large sea tanker in Philippine waters as part of the 45th anniversary celebration. Unfortunately, due to the epidemiological situation, we have been unable to conduct joint exercises as we had planned. At the 3rd National Security Agency's meeting of Russia and the Philippines expressed appreciation to the Russian government for the training offered to the Philippine National Police Force. The 4th National Security Agency's meeting will take place towards the latter part of this year.
Dagdag pa dito, ayon kay Foreign Affairs Acting Undersecretary for Bilateral and ASEAN Affairs Elizabeth Buensuceso, na posibleng sumali ang Russian company sa joint oil and gas exploration sa Pilipinas.
As the Philippines works to enhance its energy security, Russian investment and technology can greatly contribute to diversifying our energy resources. The Philippines and Russia could also cooperate on the peaceful use of nuclear energy.
Ayon pa sa kinatawan ng Russian Federation, nais nitong mag-invest sa Pilipinas ng iba't ibang klase ng mapagkukunan ng enerhiya at ang iginigiit ng Russian ambassador ay ang nuclear power.
Another very close geographically good example could be as following. Our oil and the gas companies have an experience of Russia-Vietnam cooperation in the field of oil and gas exploration and production. So that experience can be duplicated with local companies here in the Philippines. So the Russian energy company are also seeking cooperation with Filipino partners in the field of construction of power plants on traditional source of coal and natural gas. But the most promising area is the nuclear one. Our cooperation should be based on the intergovernmental agreement on cooperation in the field of use of nuclear energy for peaceful purposes, which is under review. And it could also pave the way for implementing the memorandum of intent between Rosatom Overseas and the Philippines Energy Department, signed on October 4, 2019 in Moscow, and constructing nuclear facilities in the Philippines. But the use of nuclear energy for peaceful purposes is not limited to generating electricity. And the state corporation Rosatom and the Department of Science and Technology with the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute have already been working on it. I can say that on May 28, they will hold the second session of joint working group.
May pera na! Lumabas na ang SARO o Special Allotment Release Order para sa pagsasaayos ng Pag-Asa Island, yung tinatawag nilang Basing Support System na proyekto ng Philippine Air Force. Ang SARO o ang Special Allotment Release Order ay may halagang 1,174,246,139 peso to cover the funding requirements for the Basing Support System Phase 2, Phase 3, and Phase 4 at Pag-Asa Island of the Philippine Air Force under the Armed Forces of the Philippines Modernization Program. Siguradong tuloy na ang pagsasayos ng runway at iba pang mga pasalidad upang makalapad ang iba pang mga eroplano ng ating Philippine Air Force. Maraming salamat ang tagahatid ng balita. Good News Philippines. Mabuhay ang mga Pilipino. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Laban Pinas.